Welcome back into the special edition of Honda Classic Live on ESPN 106.3. My name is Jerry Hamilton. We are out at Boca Rio Golf Club, site of the Gainbridge LPGA, inaugural Gainbridge LPGA at Boca Rio Golf Club. We're speaking with Executive Director Leslie Baker earlier. She's been on ESPN 106.3 all week, was on the boardroom with the sports professor Rick Horrow and I, who is now on the line. Rick, how's that weather in St. Louis?
Hey, it's cold up here, okay, so don't rub it in. I looked at the weather down there, and what's it going to be, like 75 today?
Yeah, it's shorts and you could even go muscle shirt out here if you wanted to, Rick. It's that type of weather today for you.
You generic, not you me. You're not talking about me.
So
I saw the leaderboard, and I know everybody's having a great time until Dan Towers and Leslie Baker and everybody. Hello, and the bottom line is, if I shot 10 under after 2 rounds out there in wind and cold, you'd give me a lie detector. And so, listen, those women are good, right? I mean, we know
absolutely
they're really good.
No,
yeah,
they are. It's a real game of precision. I think they putt the golf ball so well, so technically sound putting the golf ball. And by the way, I'm pretty sure one of your Pro-Am partners is high on that leaderboard right now.
Which one?
I'm hold on. I'm gonna have to look for that, Rick. I'm pretty sure it was one of your Pro-Am partners.
Celine, probably
yes.
Celine, because Celine is awesome, and Celine's been top 10 all week.
Yes,
so,
she is 6 under, and she is tied for 7th heading in the moving day here. There you go.
She looked at us, and then she realized very quickly that she better work on her game because she can't help ours. so God, that 9 was helpful for her.
Yeah, so Rick, talk about, and I talked about it with Leslie, this tournament came to fruition pretty quickly compared to other tournaments on the PGA Tour. Kind of talk about everything that went into that and how quick of a process that actually was to make everything happen here.
Yeah, well, kind of a migrating tournament. We can all thank Dan Towers, the founder and chairman of Group 1001 and Gainbridge, which is part of the Group 1001 family. I've known Dan, worked with Dan still on a number of things. And it's charity and philanthropy first, and then everything second. We looked at how to do a major event in his hometown in Indy. Mike Wan basically, relation with Mike, that was quick. Greg Ballard, the mayor of Indianapolis, former mayor, stepped in. That deal was done very quickly because of Dan's vision. The Indy Women's Championship happened, 3-year commitment. Everybody knew it would be a 3-year commitment to create a legacy. The legacy was empowerment emphasis and a conference summit every year, which will continue to kind of bring attention to women, kids, training, STEM, all of that. Dan has a lot of other charity and philanthropic efforts, Fields in Oklahoma City. He's sponsoring the Power Sports Show with me on Fox, Zach Beach, the race car driver, which we're, by the way, going to run next week, the interview on the boardroom, and on and on. And so Dan moved a lot of his business interests to Fort Lauderdale and Broward County and South Florida. And the idea was, how can we do the same kind of thing in South Florida? Into Morgan Kessel, David Friedman, Elliot Wallace, Tom Shapiro, the wonderful folks at Boca Rio, and presented a tremendous facility with a significant charitable emphasis. Octagon continued the relationship there, so seamless. And as Leslie says, by the way, kudos to her and the Octagon family, because after the IWIT Championship was over at the end of September, see, I can count on one hand, which is good for my math, October, November, December, January, and that's it. So basically, less than 4 months, you put together a tournament from scratch. Thankfully, you have people like Lindley and the Palm Beach Sports Commission. We talked about the 2020 calendar of events for the Super Bowl coming up and everything else happening. And you also have Ken Kennerly, who understands what the Triple Crown of golf is, and he's been helpful. And other people in the community, Versant Health with the sponsorship of the Women's Summit that happened on Tuesday. But it all is a perfect storm. And you can use a perfect storm metaphor to describe this weather. I'm here in St. Louis, but not in South Florida. It's not a perfect storm there.
It is a perfect storm in that you're in St. Louis, and it kind of coincides with another major event coming to South Florida in a couple of years.
Yeah. Well, so a couple of things with that. One is there's nothing like a major event to draw attention. I was reminded as I went to the events here at the Enterprise Center in St. Louis that what a renovation of a facility can do to promise an all-star game and then to promise the economic impact of it. Let's kudos to Steve Ross, who spent $500 million to rebuild basically Hard Rock Stadium from scratch. The net result is in, 9 days, Super Bowls are happening. And by the way, within the sound of my voice, stop calling me. I don't have tickets. I don't have tickets, so leave me alone.
I got your last extra ticket. Thank you for that.
Yes, stop hounding me. So, but the other piece of this is how important these special events are. And when you think about the St. Louis event here, they redid what was Scott Trade Center. It's now the Enterprise Center. It's an incredible facility. There are buildings springing up all over the place. The Super Bowl in Miami. And, obviously, next year, NHL All-Star, Broward County, South Florida. Gary Bettman makes that announcement. It's going to be good for the region. It's going to be good for the facility, BB&T Center, and obviously good for a kick for hockey. And when we listed all of the events that South Florida has going, listen, you have the College Football National Championship, you have the Boca Rio event, you have the Triple Crown of Golf, you have this year's Super Bowl, and next year's NHL All-Star Game, which is incredible.
So I'm guessing we're both here to stay then, right? No need to leave South Florida.
I'm not leaving. I don't know why you would leave, because if you do have that muscle shirt you said you had, you can buy those fake muscles at the makeup store around Halloween. I assume everybody within the sound of my voice. Put your hand on Jerry Hamilton's biceps and see what's there. There's a lot of jelly there.
Currently, there's Chick-fil-A paraphernalia on my arms, probably from breakfast. But we're joined by sports professor Rick Horrow on ESPN 106.3 Honda Classic Live. Okay, we're less than a month away now, 29 days away from the 2020 Honda Classic. And I wanted to take a second right now to talk about Ken Kennerly, Andrew George, the whole staff, what a great event they put on, and how that charitable arm, they get bigger and better every year. Can you speak from your perspective on just the job Ken Kennerly and his staff do at the Honda Classic, less than a month away from Keith Mitchell defending his title? 3 comments.
First of all, Ken Kennerly is clearly the godfather, grandfather, father of golf in South Florida. The longest-standing sponsorship. Honda's had an incredible run. Went to Minnesota, came back. This event is the biggest golf tournament that we have, I would say, in the state of Florida. And
agreed.
There's trouble down south. There's no reason to believe that isn't the case. So Ken is just incredible, and Andrew and everybody putting together an event that sustains. And everybody looks forward to the event on the calendar, and not just the tournament itself, but all of the special events and the things that are happening. Second, Ken didn't have to be a significant supporter of the Gainbridge event. I know, because I know Ken really well, and I know talking about how this is done. And Ken, if you hear me, if not, you'll hear this. He's incredible in terms of understanding what it means to support a golf tournament that's rookies, it's fledgling, and how it's going to help everybody. And frankly, there are a lot of synergies, a lot of compatibility. Can't wait to get with Ken and start talking about what could happen in subsequent years when we have more than 4 months to put it together. So that's second. And third, lest he get complacent, he and I are playing pickleball on Tuesday. He knows it, and he's going down.
Oh, boy, and there's the trash talk right there. Now, I know you're very confident in your pickleball ability, Rick, and I get that. I hear that a lot. Every time we call in, your handball, pickleball. So, Ken Kennerly, you're going down on Tuesday. Yeah. But one other golf item.
The problem with Ken, by the way, is that Ken is, he's kind of silver spoon, so he's used to everything being handed to him. And when the going gets rough, then I won't finish, but everybody can understand what I'm saying. So there you go.
One more topic on golf, on professional golf, and we touched on this on the Boardroom Wednesday, but I think this one bears repeating and talking about again. Starting this season on golf's European Tour, caddies who are on camera almost as much as their players will be able to earn money through endorsement deals. How could that change? Obviously, you understand how it could change the finances for the caddy, but could that help caddies unionize maybe?
Well, do you unionize first and then get the dollars? Do you get the dollars first and then unionize? I know Kevin Caddy was very significant in trying to do all of this in America. But it's a tough world because, let's say, the top 10 golfers who earn a percentage of the money, the caddies, they don't need this. They like it, but they don't need it. They worry about what they need to do. And frankly, the pro golfers will be supportive of everybody's right to make money. But if I'm a golfer, I want my caddy focusing on my yardage and what I do, not worrying about being unionized. So the guys beyond the top 10 who really need this, it's the hardest thing for them to organize and get going. So if the European Tour does this, it means that there is an understanding and a breakthrough. And there are a lot of conversations about a lot of different things between the European Tour and everybody here in America. So maybe that's the way it happens.
Jerry Hamilton of Honda Classic Live on ESPN 106.3, joined by the sports professor Rick Horrow. Rick, last thing before we let you go. You said 9 days away from the Super Bowl, and obviously brands spent $4.48 billion on TV advertising during the 2019 regular season, and that's up 7%, 11%, depending on what you're talking about within that $4.48 billion. Can we expect to see more records broken for advertising in the Super Bowl this year?
$5.6 million for a 30-second spot during a high point in the game. There will be less at certain times, like fourth quarter, because you take a risk there. But the bottom line is more and more people see that as appointment viewing. And we see a 32,000 ad sponsorship impressions of ads themselves at about $160 billion, or billion impressions. So it's a big deal. And this year, by the way, Super Bowl-wise, higher economic impact than we've ever had before. Why? Last year, Atlanta, not really total, but they don't have big golf in Atlanta. The year before, Minnesota, you don't have golf there. So this year, we're having a whole bunch of corporate activations that started basically last week, and after the Pro Bowl tomorrow, everybody's coming on. So South Florida in the sun, beginning with Cambridge, ending with Super Bowl. We have a big 50 years of the sports business event that I'm doing on that Monday after the Super Bowl. I'll talk about that in the boardroom on Wednesday, which is cool. But the bottom line, we're just beginning a heck of a sports season in South Florida. And again, kudos to Dan Paris, kudos to the Octagon guys, Ken Kennerly, and everybody else. And kudos, and a little kudos to you.
And, hey, I'm going to ask you right now, subject to change a week from now, what is your Super Bowl prediction? You got any predictions?
Yeah. Dolphins 14-7. Gary Premian throws a really bad pass at the end of it, or it would have been a shutout. Oh, you mean this year?
This year's.
Kansas City by 3.
Kansas City by 3. I like it. And that's a sports professor, Rick Horrow. Rick, safe travels from St. Louis back home, and good luck in your pickleball game against Ken Kennerly Tuesday. I know you're going to come out victorious because you already put yourself out there on the limb. So safe travels, Rick, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, man. Say hi to everybody there.
Will do. And that's a sports professor, Rick Horrow. If you're still making your weekend plans and you're not coming out to the Gainbridge LPGA at Boca Rio, which I think everybody listening should, how about the Palm Beach Kennel Club, live greyhound racing and simulcast horse racing on over 500 screens, plus a 64-table poker room with daily tournaments, high-hand giveaways, and mega bad beat jackpots. And try our table games of 3-card poker and Ultimate Texas Hold'em. Enjoy fine dining at the Paddock Restaurant, as well as casual dining with a great view in the terrace. For more information, visit pbkennelclub.com. The Palm Beach Kennel Club, more ways to win, more winners, and more fun. Maybe you come out to Boca Rio, watch LPGA, then head to the Palm Beach Kennel Club. Get it all done this weekend. And at Palm Beach Kennel Club, you can do all that, watch Tiger Woods and the Farmers Insurance in the evening because it's golf on the West Coast. You can do it all there this weekend in South Florida. Come out, watch some golf, head over to the Palm Beach Kennel Club. When we come back on Honda Classic Live, special edition at Boca Rio Golf Club, site of the Gainbridge LPGA, it'll be the 3 biggest headlines in the world of golf presented by the Palm Beach Par 3. And what I'm going to talk to you about are some upcoming events around the 2020 Honda Classic. Again, for tickets, thehondaclassic.com. And when we come back, I'm going to run through 2 or 3 events around the 2020 Honda Classic, which starts February 1st with the 5K. We'll be right back on Honda Classic Live.